to the remarkable story of the sacred pineapple and the Wicker Man. This is Feckall, a quaint little village in the heart of the English countryside. But our story doesn't begin here. It begins here, the home of the Kirk of the Sacred Pineapple. I am Quincy Dalbraith. This is my great-great-grandfather, Archbishop Ludwig Abraham Dalbraith, the founder of the Kirk of the Sacred Pineapple. As a young man, Ludwig was blighted by heavy snoring affliction, and his mother warned him that he'd never keep a wife because of it. So Ludwig decided to take up a missionary position in the West Indies, hoping to find his soulmate there. But alas, he did not return with a wife, but a pineapple, a sacred pineapple that he thought had cured him of his snoring affliction. The flesh of the original pineapple was preserved in this beautifully crafted pineapple receptacle made by William Fabergé himself, and it is still here to this day. With his snoring a distant memory, Ludwig's confidence grew, and eventually he plucked up the courage to ask Kipper Packer and evangelic traveller Morag McGlone, having seen her trying to pick up fallen women in a drinking den on the rough side of Glasgow, to help him set up a mission. This was to become the Kirk of the Sacred Pineapple. They were married soon after in this very church, which at the time was merely a chapel. They had one son. In fact, most of the Dalbraith family joined the flock, but brother Jericho Dalbraith was not convinced.
Like to have a sing-song, and they had bevy or two. And as you do. Well, sir, that's all off the menu now, sir. There isn't a menu. They're taking the menu away, sir.
We shall now sing hymn number 1, the Sacred Pineapple Hymn.
I have dedicated myself to the pineapple and to the bishop. 35 years I've been here for him. 35 years. And people have often said to me, did you not want to settle down? Well, there were a young man I took a fancy to several years ago. His name was Bobby Talbot. He was a soap salesman from Doncaster. He used to visit me once a month, and I can smell him now. Carbolic and mint. The smell used to linger for days, and I was intoxicated by it. I remember helping him to buy his new car when his old one broke down. And funny enough, I didn't hear much of him after that. And then I got a letter saying he'd been headhunted by Coco Chanel and had to move on to France.
Well, what a lovely turnout today. It's good to see such an array of happy faces. Carbolic scrub faces. However, it is with a heavy heart that I have to bring some news today. Well, we have some sinners in our congregation, and we're not gonna rest till they're all out. My mother said to me many years ago, before I started this journey, she said to me, "Don't touch the cloth."
I first met the bishop serving soup in a soup kitchen in Inverness, and he showed me the way of the pineapple.
There'll be no more singing in the street. There'll be no more drinking. And there'll be no more fornication. You don't need me to tell you that, do you now, eh? No, you don't. It's also been brought to my attention that some of you are not wearing your hair shirt on Hair Shirt Friday. I wear mine every bloody day, and it's itchy like crazy. But I wear it because I know I need to wear it to get closer to him. And all I'm asking is that you wear it for 1 day a month. And some of you have abandoned the hair shirt and are wearing thermal underwear. Now that can't go on.
Lachlan and Murray must wear disguises to protect their identity.
I just thought, well, for that new pricing strategy, we should commercialise the hair shirt. It's considered too old-fashioned at the moment, and we wanted to bring it up to date for the modern day. The 21st century deserves a new type of hair shirt. So, I came up with a brilliant idea. What do you say?
Aye, it was brilliant.
This was a brilliant idea. I thought maybe we could use the pineapple skins.
Hello.
Ignatius,
Icky. Oh, nice. How's it going?
it's Diggory.
Oh, not Diggory again. I take the nice bag. What's he done now?
He's abandoned the flock and left town.
What? He's actually flown the coop?
Aye.
Well, good for him.
It might be good for him, Gregory, but not for you.
What do you mean?
Well, he's on his way down there now. Bye!
Iggy!
It was him who was leading the congregation astray. He was taking them out on a pub crawl and getting them drunk and then getting to do all kinds of strange things.
Dog shed. They put me in a dog shed here. Fucking dog shed. I will make them remember me in this town.
Well, I think it'll be nice to have him for a while. The Scottish people have a lovely accent. He'll probably be no trouble as long as he doesn't stay for too long, because the Scottish people want to be independent from the English, and we've got enough people in this country. But it'll be quite nice to have him for a while.
Wait a minute. You said be having him a while. He'll probably be here ages. How's anybody going to tell him to go?
Oh.
I mean, you don't know these people. These people that come from Scotland, they're a bloody rough rot, you know. They edge you.
I'm going to pineapple their heads off. I'm going to chunky their heads into chunks.
I mean, I don't know what she's going to do here. There's no work or anything for anybody. And we've got enough to do on our own, you know.
Yes, but if he came down, he could help out in the village doing jobs that people don't like doing, maybe.
And then there's my brother up there, that brother of mine. There's one down here, there's one there, there's brothers everywhere, they're all brothers. And their mothers are brothers, that's what they are.
He could help out with doing some mowing, for example.
Mowing? I do the mowing.
Yes, but you're going to get a sit-on mower, aren't you?
No,
For our lawn.
well, I've been thinking about it, yeah. I mean,
It's not a very big lawn, so I don't know why you want a sit-on mower.
well, I've got to have something for myself, haven't I? I mean, if I've got to mow the blinking lawn.
Yeah, but once you've got that, you'll need something bigger, and you'll probably want a combine harvester.
Well, now we're talking. I mean, that'd really be good, wouldn't it, eh?
Asking for it, baby. They are begging for it. And it won't be heaven. They've got a big surprise coming from them. I tell you, and I'm going to be there. I'm going to have a front seat, and I'm going to karaoke them into the grave.
We at the Jolly Funeral Service Centre will welcome our new visitor from Scotland with open arms.
Yeah.
We've got a position for him if he wants it as a trainee embalmer. 50% discount for staff as well.
50%.
That's very tempting. My dad here, Mr. Jolly Senior, he's not been too well recently. Not been as mobile as he used to be. And I've been having to do all the work around here. Because he's been sat in that chair, like that, for 3 days. What's that, Dad? What? Oh, right, yeah.
4 days.
4 days now. When he shuffles off his mortal core, when he kicks a bucket, he wants me put in a Wicker Man.
Wicker Man.
Yeah, Wicker Man, there you are. But of course, with all these new government regulations, you know, about health and safety, this might be the last year for it. So if he doesn't hurry up now and close the curtains, then we'll have to take him down to Spain, you know, and put him in the Hombre de Padre, which is, of course, a Spanish version of the bloody thing.
Sangria. Margarita. Sangria. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I love Margarita. She gave me Sangria. Viva España. I've had a good life, I have. I've been in the pub. Well, here we are. Another Sunday, another day of rest, another day to praise the Lord. And today we are very, very happy to have as our guests some campers who have been camped on the village green. They're more than welcome, and we hope you enjoy your stay and enjoy that famous Feckal welcome and, of course, this area of outstanding beauty. Now, as you all know, we have a new member of the community, a chap who's just come down from Scotland to come and join our ranks. I was hoping he might pop up today in the congregation, but sadly he's decided not to come today. So let's get on with the service as we sing hymn number 392, God Moves in Mysterious Ways.
cheese is rather nice, dear.
Gerald, I don't like that man. I don't like him at all. He's an absolute scoundrel.
Look, I wasn't aware he locked you in the vestry. When he popped up on the keyboard in the middle of a sermon like that, I was as surprised as anybody. I mean,
Look, I could have been there for days. I mean, would you have cared?
well, listen,
Would you have noticed?
I'll have a word with Dahlia because it's Dahlia's brother-in-law.
Dahlia, I'm sick of hearing about her, Gerald.
Please, Primrose. Dahlia's
What's going on?
What is going on? I've got to speak to her. I've got to liaise with her. She's donated a lot of money to the church, and it's incumbent on me to keep her happy.
Keep her happy?
Well, you know, within reason.
You're just flirting with her all the time. It's embarrassing, Gerald.
Flirt. I don't
a man of your age.
I don't flirt with the Primrose. I'm merely... Look, I want to give her spiritual guidance. That's all I want to do. There's nothing to do with... No flirting.
People are talking,
There's
Gerald.
No, come on.
You're embarrassing me.
People are always talking. That's all they do. They've got nothing better to do than talk. To suggest that I've got anything to do with it is absurd.
You don't look at me the way you look at Dahlia. She just has to flutter her eyelashes at you and you're just like a puppy wanting his tummy tickled. It's disgraceful. I can't cope with this. I think you'd better spend the night in the spare room.
Oh, no,
You might be able to get away with this with your parishioners, but I'm not stupid.
Oh, Primrose, stop
I know
it.
exactly what's going
come on. I'm not seeing Dahlia Galbraith, for God's sake. I'm a man of the cloth. I don't do things like that.
I can hear you, but I can't see you. I've taken off my dog collar, and I brought something to celebrate. It's going to be wonderful, Dahlia. Are you there? I can hear you, but I can't see you.
Come and meet the Wicker Man, Jerry. He's waiting for us.
Oh, Dahlia. Oh, you're a wonderful woman, Dahlia. I'm so happy we made this decision.
Come on, Jerry.
Come on, Dahlia. It's wonderful up here. Oh, look at that wonderful view. Oh, look at that sunset. Isn't it marvellous? Oh, no. Oh, no. I'm going to burn in hell. I've sinned. Oh, my God, I'm sorry. I'm on fire.
There we are, back in the real world.
I don't love you.
Oh, I think you do, Gerald.
I don't.
You've always loved me.
It's not true, I tell you. It's not true.
Look at
No,
me.
I don't want to.
Look at me.
I don't want to.
We shall now sing number 321, God moves in mysterious ways.
Primrose! 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 Primrose!
Stop it, you silly man. Go back to sleep.
Is this what they mean by an epiphany? An epiphany? Diggory has gone from the smelly confines of a dog shed to the sartorial splendour of Feckal Hall, courtesy of the charitable Dahlia Galbraith.
Oh, at the end of the road. Well, I'm sorry. Oh, no. Saving your eye because I fly because at the matter, as it were.
Diggers!
I'm just trying off.
Your bed is ready.
No, I was just practicing my Nobel acceptance speech.
I'm just going to pop down and get you a hot water bottle. I'll be back up later.
I haven't time to dry myself, my dear.
I'll just slip this under the covers. There we are.
What's that? What the dickens?
Yes, you look so much like your brother. I bet you're a better man than him. A better man altogether. Sweet dreams, diggers. See you in the morning, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed.
Well, if they don't like it, they might put him in that blooming thing they set on fire. You know, the Wicker Man. That's due soon. And if they put him in there, well, we don't need to bother whether he's gone or not, do we? Because he's sure as gone if they do that.
Spartacus!
Cecilia Browning. I've lived in this village all of my life. I own a craft shop. It's called The Moon in the Hay. It's a lovely shop. Now, I know lots of people don't like Diggory. They seem to think that he's some sort of rough character. But I can tell you, I like a bit rough myself, and he brushes up really well. Once he's had a bit of a scrub in the bath, you know, he looks fantastic.
Look, I'm a bit confused about Diggory because I can't keep up the story. I know there's a lot of stuff going on up there, and he suddenly turned up. Look, what exactly did Diggory do?
Claims he's some kind of naturist. Well, I've met many a naturist in my time, but I never met one that tied a bow on it. He's nothing but a big show-off.
All right, Morris, how's it going, mate?
Oh, fine.
I've got this new dance move. It incorporates a bit of the child. So you know the bit when you cross the legs like that?
Listen,
so we're doing the thing here, then we go
Morris.
into it. And if we do it all in sequence, it looks fantastic.
Morris, listen, I want to tell you something. We've had a meeting.
Right. But I haven't told anybody yet, so how can you have a meeting?
We've had a meeting. It's not about your dancing, but you're out. And the jock is in.
The jock is in? He's only been here 5 minutes.
Well,
how do you know we can dance? I mean, I'm brilliant. You know I'm brilliant.
Well,
I'm not. All right, I'm not brilliant. All right, I'm not Fred Astaire.
Well, we've been meaning to tell you, but we want to take this forward, and we don't think you're suitable.
But I've been in showbiz all my life.
Well, frankly, Maurice, you're a bit of a liability. And you say you've been in show business, but that was as a bingo caller in the Labour Club.
Yeah, but I did other things. I didn't only just shout numbers.
Other things?
I used to do turns.
Get over it, Maurice. You're out.
Good evening. We begin with our lead story, The Wicker Man. The Wicker Man controversy was debated in the Houses of Parliament today.
Mr. Speaker, as this House will be well aware, the village of Feckal has celebrated the Day of the Wicker Man every 4 years for centuries. But from 2019, Southmere Council have decided that it is to be no more. Mr. Speaker, they cite that it may offend some folk. And I have asked the Right Honourable Secretary of State for Fate to override the Council's decision and ask the good people of Feckal themselves what their view is of the matter. Mr. Speaker, the Right Honourable Secretary of State for Fate has been deliberately deceptive towards me and declined multiple requests for a meeting on the matter. This must be addressed.
I thank the Right Honourable Gentleman. It's only with great hesitation that I interrupt the Right Honourable Gentleman, who is a very senior and respected member of the House. He must not, however, whilst giving expression to his views, he must not use the words deliberately deceptive. He must not use those words, and I would ask him, he's a man of great intelligence and vocabulary, to use an alternative formulation, or at any rate to withdraw those words.
I'm afraid I can't do that, Mr. Speaker. I would be letting my constituents down if I ever did such a thing.
Withdraw those words.
Mr. Speaker, the Wicker Man is the heart and soul of this community, and I will not let a sycophantic upstart, a job's worth, ruin that and piddle on democracy like he seems to be doing in such a self-serving manner, Mr. Speaker.
I am forced, I feel, under the power given to me by Standing Order number 43, to order the Right Honourable Member to withdraw immediately from the House for the remainder of this day's sitting.
On your head be it, Mr. Speaker.
Fellow beggars, there's a place in Eastbourne.
Was the Speaker right to eject the MP of Feckal? We go live to Feckal to speak with Lord Feckal, who was there. Apparently earlier in the day he had wandered into the House of Commons rather than the House of Lords by mistake. Can you hear me, Lord?
Yes, I can hear you. Yes. Yes, exceeding proud of him. He's the youngest ever member that has ever been in Parliament. So we're extremely proud of him. He's a bright lad. He'll go far.
And he's also the youngest member to be ejected from Parliament.
Yes, you see, he was fighting for the Wicker Man, fighting for his constituency. He was fighting, and he was fighting damn hard.
Yes, but some would say, sir, that the Wicker Man is quite outdated, rather like the House of Lords.
Well, listen, the House of Lords is a wonderful place. We go there, and we have some lunch in the afternoon and a fruit repose. Then we go back into the house and have a little nap. And then we wake up and go home. It's rather fun. It's a great deal of fun we're having. That's all it is, a bit of fun. Nothing wrong with a bit of fun, surely. Yes. So there we are, anyway. Now let's see. Did I water the melons?
I'm so sorry. I'm afraid we seem to have lost Lord Feckal.
That's quite enough of that nonsense. I think my uncle's gone rather batty, I'm afraid.
Rather a bit of a lunatic, I'd say.
He's lost the plot.
But you really were splendid,
Was
I have
I?
to say. I couldn't take my eyes off
Oh
you.
my, oh, stuff is you charm me, you. I mean, would you say Prime Minister? 10 years, maybe? 5?
10?
5 years?
5 easily.
Ooh.
You really are a popular one.
Am I?
Yes, among the ladies, I have to say.
Oh, really?
I have been talking with Patricia. I know
Patricia?
she certainly has her eyes on you, which, of course, I'm very disapproving of.
Oh, yeah, absolutely,
yes,
yeah.
But,
naughty Patricia.
I know.
Absolutely. Yes, I meant to say, we've discovered, myself and some of the other fellows around, that the vicar was the one behind the Wicker Man disapproval.
Yeah, I've been running the Magic Mushroom Bar now for 20 years. Came here from the States when I was touring with my rock band, Crap Sabbath. And we're a tribute band to that fantastic British rock band called Black Sabbath. And I was Tony Iommi, or as I prefer to be called, the only Iommi. Yep, they were heady days, and we were on the 303, and we broke down outside the village of Feckal. And everything else is all a big haze. We went missing for 3 days. Then I woke up, tied to a pole in a barn, with the word sacrifice written across my chest in pig's blood. Thought I was gonna die. And out of the blue, a chink of light came through the barn doors, as they began to open. And as the sun flooded through, there was a silhouette of an angel in the doorway looking at me. And she spoke. She said, "Come with me. Come with me." I said, "I can't come with you, honey. I'm tied to a pole." She said, "Oh, I didn't know that." She cut me free. We made love on a bale of hay in the corner. And I've been here ever since. Her name was Dahlia Finkelstein. Yeah, they were the days of free love. Yeah, love ain't free now, that's for sure. I said, why don't we call ourselves mad?
Due to Diggory's inclusion into the Morrissey dances at the expense of showbiz legend Morris Morgan, their Wicker Man routine has been cancelled, putting their Glastonbury dream in jeopardy.
The Morris A dances. Then we could do stuff for charity, you see. But he said, yeah, all right, Morris, great idea.
He thinks because his name is Morris, he can be a Morris dancer.
To say I can't dance, it doesn't make sense.
Diggory is a lot better. Okay, he has to have a few shots of single malt to get the best out of him, but I think we're going places.
I went to school with Ben Dodd. Ben Dodd, he's Ken Dodd's younger brother. Now, Ben had perfect teeth, so Doddy used to keep him in the cellar.
Bert thinks we could headline at Glastonbury if we put our minds to it.
They'll never get that jock get him all done up and dusted and ready to go.
Bert studied under Michael Flatterly.
And of course, you see, they were all my mates then because they thought, I could introduce him to Doddy.
I could hire myself out to go round the farms and get all the corn in and stuff.
After careful consideration, Harry decided against a combine harvester and got himself a tractor and a great deal of trouble.
Diggory takes us on the walk to the Wicker Man. That's the moment he lets his hair down. And he is fantastic. We all have such fun. I tell you, with the wind going through our hair. Well, not my hair because I wear a hat, but you know, it goes underneath my armpits and sort of I let my clothes float in the breeze and I get so carried away with it. We all do. We get totally, this is when we let all our inhibitions down and we're back to where it all started. Nature.
Come on, good people, look up to the sun. In 24 hours the day will be done. And in that time you must do your bit, or be put to the fire on our birchwood spit. We are the plowmen who plow the field. We are the farmers who gather the yield. We dance for the Lord of the dance in our pants. We're away with the fairies that we water our plants. The sun is shining from the gate in the seas. Gray from the dairies long and near. Flower smithy, he flies in the tune. Flower that can light and low. But flower that can light and low. Like light, la 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 la. Like light, la 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 la. Like light, la la la.
And anyways, it wasn't him playing the organ. It was miming it. It were me behind the curtain.
Alexa, play the Sacred Pineapple hymn.
I can't find the song The Sacred Pineapple Hymn in your music library.
What?
As we conclude this remarkable story of the Sacred Pineapple and the Wicker Man, Diggory continues to make friends and influence people.
I now cordially invite you to join me in giving some welly to our very own beloved Feckal anthem. Here we go! I belong to Feckal, dear old Feckal tune. There's something the matter with Feckal, 'cause it's going round and round. I'm only a common old working stiff, as anyone here can see. But when I get a couple of drinks on a Saturday, Feckal belongs to me. One more time! Come on! Keep up! Keep up!